So something that I've encountered in my interaction, and because I want to promote boxing because it's something that I've always enjoyed, and I think there's a lot of value to it, especially for the way it connects families or together. Is that when I have to try to explain the all the different organizations sanctioning, like the how many champions there are. I can, and so right here is where I want you to for sure check me if I'm saying it wrong, because I could be about different things. So I mean, I understand it and I explain it, but at least I always try to tell them the best way. I say, hey, I think so. I could be wrong. I said the main one that everybody likes is the green one. That's the main one that it's the Muhammad Ali one. It's not the, I think it's the, I don't know. It's the oldest one. So I was like, if they got the green one, I said, and you know what? I try to incorporate the ladies that watch the boxing, like my mother-in-law and sometimes other I tell them like, hey, if you notice when they're putting on the belts, all the other belt people that are holding belts that they want to put them on, that they kind of respect that the green one is the one that gets the shirt on first. And I was like, just keep an eye on that, right? And it gets them engaged, like and so they're not even really caring about the boxing, but they're like, oh, they want to see about this belt stuff. But what is your whole take on all this belt stuff? It's the business side of it, but competition in this way, I think might be a good part of why boxing isn't like MMA, where it's kind of like monopolized right now, where it's kind of like only one organization, and the competition does bring something, but I know it also brings some more of the bad side of the business side. So what is your whole take on all of these belts and champions we got?
Well, God knows, Carlos, we could do 4 or 5 shows, a 6-part series on just this question. And your audience's eyes would just say, oh my God, I'm going to glaze over. For the average fan, they just want to see a good fight. Champion this, champion that, the business end of things. It truly is less important than the excellence of the athletic performance you see in front of you. Frequently, fights of the year is voted by us, in the boxing media. They aren't championship fights. They're fights between two guys who are hungry, who are on the come up, who just lay it all out there, the nothing to lose attitude. And they end up putting on a thrilling, unexpected performance. There are in boxing originally 8 weight divisions. Well, we're now up to 17, and some people would say 18, depending on which sanctioning organization you're talking about. And then there are essentially 4 different sanctioning organizations that issue championship titles. The one that does have tremendous prestige is the World Boxing Council, WBC, based in Mexico. So those of us on the border, this is the belts we are normally used to seeing, that
Oh,
Latino
I didn't know
fighters.
that. I didn't know that it was based in Mexico. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. That's cool.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's the belt that Latino fighters in general prize the most, that is most important to them. That's the belt they remember Julio Cesar Chavez holding, right? Muhammad Ali holding before that. So that is that green belt. It is, and if you see somebody with one, it is bright green, big medallion in front of it. But there are 3 other legitimate sanctioning organizations: the World Boxing Association, the International Boxing Federation, and and the World Boxing Organization. What does all that mean? Alphabet City. It's crazy. Folks, don't worry about it. You will know when there's a serious high level championship fight when you hear things like unification. They're fighting for more than one title in a single fight. Each man or each woman perhaps holds one of the 4 titles, or perhaps more than one. Or, in the most important fights, a unification fight. The opportunity for one person to have those championships in all 4 of these sanctioning organizations. Beyond that, the problem is that these organizations take a small percentage of the fighters' purses, what they get paid, to issue these belts, right? So it's in their best interest to give them out like candy at Halloween, and it dilutes the importance of them, is the problem. I'm going to stop there because it ends up going down a rat hole of, obsession that we all talk about internally. You, the fan, the truth is, I don't think you care. You want to see a competitive, exciting matchup. You want to see high skills. You want to see knockouts. You can have all of that and not have any of these championship titles and belts in play. I think even the casual fan understands the excellence when you see a Manny Pacquiao, when you see a Julio Cesar Chavez, an Oscar de la Hoya, a Marvin Hagler, Floyd Mayweather, um, and a Canelo Alvarez. I think we all understand that. You don't have to be a tremendous football fan to understand what Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes brings to the table. So I say, worry less about the belts, enjoy the fight.